Hello, hello. How often do you usually think about all that's going wonderful and good in your life? I know that can often be very challenging, especially with the type of year that you had. But as the year is coming to a close, very, very soon, only 2 more days, I know we are all looking forward to welcoming 2021 into our lives. I wanted to encourage and invite you to just review your past year and really focus on what went really great in the year. What were some of those special moments? What were some of those moments that made you feel proud of yourself, that made you feel empowered and strong, and really built up that momentum as we move into the new year, right? I'm sure you've seen a lot of people posting and sharing about planning for the new year and setting your goals and intention setting, and I've been doing the same because I do have a process for moving into the new year. And part of that process involves focusing on building momentum by noticing what's been going really good in your life and noticing what actions that you've taken this past year that you can feel really great about, that you can feel really proud about, because that puts you in the driver's seat of your life, right? You can't control all the external circumstances, everything that happens around you, everything that happens in the world. You just can't. And I think 2020 has showed every single one of us that. But what you can do is you can control how you respond to those events. You can control your mindset and how you look at those events. Are you going to look at it as all of these things are happening to me, or are you going to look at it as all of this is happening for me? What lessons can I learn from this? And that is what my whole New Year's process is all about. It's all about helping you feel empowered, helping you take control of your mindset and your perspective moving forward. And so part of that, I wanted to share with you today just a few questions to maybe reflect upon over the next day or two. And so those questions, this is actually, I went through my process just a couple days ago. So you can see I wrote all over this paper. And this is available to you for free. I'll include the link. You can download this. You can work through this yourself on your own time. I'm also going to be doing a workshop with this on January 16th. So if that's something you're interested in, I will lead you through it step by step. But for right now, I just wanted to share with you a couple of questions to think about. So one of those questions is, what are you proud of from this past year? What actions, what steps have you taken this past year that you can feel really, really proud of? And just jot those down, make a list of it. Another one of the questions is, what did you do that made you feel empowered? What did you do that made you feel strong? Like you were taking an action to do something really positive for yourself or your family or your loved ones or your coworkers that just made you feel really, really empowered in your life. And then another question is, what were some of your magic moments of the year? And magic moments is this phrase that I'm borrowing from Tony Robbins. And what that refers to is those moments in your life that you just hold so dear to your heart, that are just so special to you. And those can be grand, large moments, right? But they can also be those simple moments. And those are the ones that I want you to include all of that. So include those grand, beautiful, magical moments, but also include those simple moments, like those moments of, I always use this example of one day when I was walking with one of my best friends and it just started pouring rain and we just started laughing so hard. And it was just such a simple moment, but just so fun and so memorable. And it's a moment that I hold close to my heart. And so finding those moments and make a list of those. And when you're making that list of those, really allow yourself to feel it, really allow yourself to recreate the emotions that you were feeling in that moment. And why do this, right? So I mentioned it before, part of it is to really just kind of build that momentum for yourself, build up that momentum in a really positive and empowering way. Because the fact is that your mind will remember all the negative things that happened. You don't have to try to remember the negative things that happened. And that's because of this thing called negativity bias. Your mind knows that your mind just naturally holds on to those negative things. And that goes back to our hunter-gatherer days, right? I mean, when you were hunting in a jungle, if you saw a tiger, your mind needed to remember where you saw that tiger for future times that you go out to hunt in the jungle, right? Your mind does this naturally. And so you don't need to work harder to remember those hard, difficult, challenging moments. You don't have to work harder to remember those sort of negative, quote unquote, negative experiences. But you do need to train your mind to notice the positive. You do need to train your mind to notice those magic moments. And so that's my invitation for you today. My invitation for you today is to answer these 3 questions. What are you proud of from this past year? What did you do that made you feel empowered? And what are some of your magic moments? And if you feel inclined, if this process is resonating with you, I'll include the link. You can download the workbook completely for free. You can work through it on your own. If you want me to guide you through it, I'll be doing that live on January 16th.